It is now time for Who You Got. Now, who do you got?
Welcome, everybody. We're now finally at the Super Bowl. Holy shit. I mean, we're here. Super Bowl, Chiefs, Eagles, awards, NFL season down to one last game of the year. Where has the time gone? Sam?
It does feel like the season has gone by kind of fast.
Yeah. It feels like yesterday we're just at the start of the year. Everyone had expectations for the teams and everything, or mid-season.
This football season, it did just kind of fly by. It really did.
Mm-hmm. I think we saw a lot of good and bad and what ifs and everything. And
I feel like it's kind of like that every year, though. Like football season's here, and then it's gone, and it's like, where did it go? And then you feel like you didn't appreciate it enough.
Yeah, I feel you.
But a lot of our preseason predictions, like and stuff like that, Power Hour stuff, we were kind of right on like NFC, like Lions and Eagles are the top two teams, and we had Lions and Eagles as top teams in like a lot of our Power Hour stuff.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy. I think we're getting good at that kind of thing. So
yeah, we're pretty much experts by now, honestly.
We are
come on,
the TNT SPNs.
Yeah, they're a bunch of buffoons over there. They don't know jack diddly squat.
So I mean, let's just go ahead and get into the prediction, and then we'll go ahead and kind of give out awards for our own awards.
Chiefs.
I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
All right.
I think it's a pretty evenly matched up, but
these two teams played each other in the Super Bowl 2 years ago, and it was a good game then, and I think it'll be a good game again this time.
Yep. So that's out of the way. Right down to the nitty.
There's who you got. Our one game left for the season.
So, we're gonna go ahead and just jump right into it. Sam, who is your coach of the year?
My coach of the year. So, NFL Honors voted Kevin O'Connell, right? From the Vikings.
Yep. Kind of a good choice, but also weird choice.
I think I'm not going to say it's a bad choice. I don't know if it's the best choice because there's a lot of good coach of the year candidates, but I really feel like Dan Campbell kind of deserved it a little more just because they were the number one seed. Like they literally beat Kevin O'Connell and the Vikings for the NFC North crown and the number one seed in the NFC.
Not once, but twice this year.
Twice. Yeah. It's just like, how did Kevin, people call him an offensive mastermind, but Dan Campbell, he's got that leader and that culture built in there.
I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off of that, not being biased as being a Lions fan. But Dan Campbell, I think the dude has been through the fucking, like he says, grit. So, I mean, that team went from nothing to almost seeing the Super Bowl twice.
Yeah, he really
back to back.
Really changed the culture there. And I'm a diehard Packer fan, and I would not say Matt LaFleur was a candidate this year. Like,
I think Matt LaFleur was kind of disappointing.
We lost some games we should have won, and I really feel like kind of sometimes his play calling wasn't the best, and I feel like there's times where we could utilize some of the players within our offense a little bit better, like maximize their potential, especially a guy like Jaden Reed. I've said this before. There's no reason Jaden Reed can't do all the stuff or maybe more that what an Amon-Ra St. Brown can do,
Right.
And Josh Jacobs has recently come out saying, we need a true number one receiver. And I'd have to agree.
I would agree with that as well. I mean, Christian Watson ain't getting it done. He keeps getting hurt. And Wicks.
We got talented guys, but Christian Watson has the potential to be a great NFL wide receiver, but he keeps getting hurt, drops passes. Dobbs is inconsistent, I feel. Reed has a lot of versatility, but and then there's Wicks, who he's
Butterfinger Wicks.
Yeah, I was like, what's Butterfingers Wicks laughing at? Like, come on. Like, he's number 4. Like, he's our number 4 receiver. Like, what is he laughing at? And I feel like we could involve the tight ends a little bit more too.
Yes. And now, I mean, we got coach out of the way, so we're just gonna agree it's Dan Campbell. Even though
Dan Campbell.
we're picking our own, but I mean that was a unanimous vote. So I have to make
Mhm.
I'm gonna have to make a little graphic for that one and post that.
You can post it, man.
No, I know. I need to.
Yeah.
So next
Good.
it'd be probably let's go ahead and do most improved team of the year.
Most
or-
improved team.
Or do you want to do most improved and then, or do you want to do like, well, most improved team, the best
Are we
team?
gonna do like? Are we gonna do like all the other regular awards, like offensive and
Yes.
defensive rookie,
Yes.
offensive player, defense? Okay.
Yep. Yep. But
We can
like,
do most improved team from last year to this year.
yep. Well, who
It's
is
gotta be
who?
Washington.
Who
It's gotta be
is?
Washington, Redskins, right?
Yeah. So your most improved team this year?
It's gotta be. I'd say either the Commanders or the Broncos, probably, or maybe the Chargers. You know what? I'm gonna say Broncos because this was their first time making the playoffs since they won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning and Von Miller. I'm gonna say Broncos. I'm gonna say Denver Broncos.
I'm gonna go with the Washington Commanders.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm gonna say Washington Commanders too. Because are we including playoff success?
Yes.
Okay. Washington Commanders because they made it to the NFC Championship game with a rookie quarterback.
Correct. I'm gonna have to
And
go.
Denver made it to the playoffs with a rookie quarterback, but they didn't make it to the conference championship.
I'm going to piggyback off of that as well. I also think the Commanders, they got further in NFC Championship. I think they got a lot of great pieces in place. As long as they don't mess it up, I think that team is going to be pretty good in the next few years.
Yeah. Let's hope they don't turn Jaden Daniels. They treat Jaden Daniels like they treated RG3.
Most disappointing team of the year.
Ooh.
Like teams that had a lot of good hope or had a lot of hope but just plummeted, toileted. Mine's going to be the Texans.
Texans? Really?
Yeah. What I'm saying is well,
I mean, they didn't live up to the expectations.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I'd say it'd have to be either the Dolphins or the 49ers.
Yeah, no, you know what? Probably the 49ers. Yeah, the 49ers. Yeah. The 49ers were
in the Super Bowl last year. They've been in the NFC Championship game how many years in a row? And then they didn't even make the playoffs this year. That's pretty disappointing. But I do feel like the Dolphins underperformed too with how much talent they had on their team. And then their coach is kind of on the hot seat at this point.
I think it was me more of the 49ers for us.
Oh, yeah, for sure. 49ers.
Best overall team?
Chiefs.
I'm going to say Eagles. No. Chiefs.
It's got to be one of the Super Bowl teams, doesn't it?
It's got to be Chiefs.
I'm going to say Chiefs. Yeah, I mean, it's the Chiefs. I mean, until someone beats them, it's the Chiefs.
Worst overall team, I'm going to have to go Jags.
I'm going to go Raiders.
I'm going to go with Jags. I think Jags were just terrible.
Jags were terrible, but the Raiders were pretty bad this year.
I'm trying to think what else our team was.
Aiden O'Connell out there. By the way, for all our viewers, this is Willow Cat. Say hi.
Meow. Put me down. Meow, meow, bitch. So let's go ahead and move on to the player personnel and stuff. MVP. I'm going to go first.
Hold on. Let's not do MVP yet.
All right.
Let's start with offensive and defensive rookie and then offensive defensive player, and then do MVP last.
Okay.
My offensive rookie of the year is Jaden Daniels. Quarterback.
I'm gonna go agree with that as well. Jaden Daniels. I think a runner up would probably be Bo Nix.
Definitely Bo Nix, and you could even argue as even a third place would be Brock Bowers.
Um,
Broke the rookie record for receiving yards as a tight end.
defensive wise,
Defensive rookie, Jared Verse.
Yeah, Jarrett Verse.
From the Rams, I think. My dad's on standby.
You know, I'm gonna have to be honest. I think Cooper DeJean is gonna be up there as well. I think he played pretty good. He trucked the shit out of Derrick Henry this year.
Yeah, he's a dog. He is, and you don't.
He's a white boy.
Yeah. And he's a DB. I mean, he's a corner. I mean, that's what I'm saying.
So we're gonna do offensive player of the year.
Yeah, offensive player of the year. I gotta go with Saquon Barkley.
I'm gonna go Saquon as well.
Even though I will say honorable mention has got to go to Jamar Chase because he did win the receiving triple crown this year, and I don't feel like that's gotten enough attention.
Yeah,
he led in receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns, but it's because the Bengals didn't make the playoffs, so he didn't get the attention. We also need to do comeback player of the year too.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, you want that, or let's do defensive player of the year and then comeback player of the year.
Yep.
So defensive player of the year, I think the guy who won it was Pat Surtain, but I'm gonna go with
I'm gonna go with Kirby Joseph, and not being biased. I thought that dude played lights out this year. From a hurt. Actually no. Honorable mention, and not being biased again. Brian Branch. I think he's up there as well. Brian Branch and Kirby Joseph played tremendously this year. But
not being biased, but my top two picks are Lions players.
But no, I mean from playing on a hurt defense.
And I'm a Lions fan.
But you got to give them props for playing on a defense that's hurt really bad.
No, I know.
Do you?
Yeah, I know. It's just funny. Gosh.
The pack things.
Pat Surtain had a good year, but I don't know. Myles Garrett is a good option.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
Like the Browns are terrible this year.
Myles Garrett, come to the Lions. We want you.
And he'll go to the Packers.
Yeah, okay.
Please.
Please, thank you.
Please. I'm gonna go Myles Garrett just because the Browns, like, they were in the playoffs last year, and now this year, all they had was Myles Garrett going for him. Okay, comeback player of the year. I'm gonna go Joe Burrow. Joey B.
That's a tough one. Am I wrong for saying Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
In a way, yeah.
He didn't come back from anything. He was good last year.
I don't know. That could be a whole different thing. Is what I'm thinking. I'm probably gonna go with Joey B.
Stafford would not be good. I mean, Burrow's a good option. Stafford wouldn't be a great option for that.
No.
I mean, honestly, you could say Aaron Rodgers. Maybe he'd be a better candidate than Stafford.
No.
He was hurt last year, but he didn't have the season Burrow had.
Joey B.
Because honestly, had the Bengals gotten into the playoffs, Joey B probably wins the MVP with those numbers he put up this year. Okay, league MVP.
Saquon.
If we're including playoffs, I got to go Saquon because the Eagles, Saquon changed their whole dynamic offensively. They have an identity now.
I mean, the dude created a new move that you don't ever see.
Yeah.
backwards hop.
Last year, they struggled to find that identity. Was it Jalen Hurts? Was it the running game? They had DeAndre Swift last year. They had Miles Sanders the year before that, and he had a good year. But you put a running back like Saquon in there, and it's just been night and day difference. And look at them; they're in the Super Bowl. They're back in the Super Bowl after getting that game-changing player. And I really think these last couple of years have really put more value back into the running back position, especially this year, because you look at Barkley, you look at Derrick Henry, you look at Josh Jacobs, all on new teams, all elevated their team's success.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Saquon Barkley, an honorable mention Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I'll agree with that one. So now we have other awards, right?
What other awards?
Best receiver or no?
Oh, we can do that. Yeah,
Yeah.
like best quarterback, best running back, best receiver.
I mean, I personally the best quarterback is the MVP to me, but I could be wrong.
So you think it's Josh Allen?
No, I think Lamar.
Here's my take on that. I don't disagree with Josh Allen winning MVP, but I'm a little shocked because Lamar was first team All Pro. And the last time a non first team All Pro quarterback won MVP, it was the first team running back Adrian Peterson in 2012. So if Lamar wasn't going to win it, you would have think Saquon would win it because he was first team.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, who's a second team All Pro, won the MVP over Lamar, who was first team All Pro.
Yeah.
So maybe that's saying something like Josh Allen isn't the best quarterback in the league, but he's the most valuable to his team.
You're right.
Which that I can make an argument for because you look at their teams. If Josh Allen's not on the Bills are trash. Like the Bills would not be a playoff team without Josh Allen.
I agree.
The Ravens this year without Lamar Jackson, if they didn't have Lamar, they still have Derrick Henry. They still have some guys that can get it done. So maybe that has something to do with it. I don't know, but the stats show Lamar it should have won it.
Right.
He's the first quarterback in history to have over 4,000 yards passing and over 800 yards rushing in the same season.
Right.
So I don't know. I would pick Lamar as best quarterback this season. And it's no hate against Josh Allen. Like I think Josh Allen deserves the MVP. You couldn't go wrong either way because he had a great year. I think he had more vintage moments this year too. But I'd go with Lamar for quarterback.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with that as well. Best running back. Don't really need to talk about it. Saquon Barkley.
Yep.
Best
wide receiver, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Tight end.
That's tight end. That
Laporta.
is You think Laporta? You're going to say Laporta?
Yeah.
I'm going to say Brock Bowers this year.
Yeah, I could agree with that too. Best offensive lineman. There's so many good linemen. Yikes.
Can I say
Penny?
Can I say Cam Jurgens?
You could.
From who?
Good.
Ex-Husker. I'm going to say Cam Jurgens because that Eagles offensive line has put in some work this year to get Saquon to over 2,000 rushing yards. So I'm going to go Cam Jurgens.
I'm going to go Cam Jurgens instead, actually.
Who were you going to go with originally?
Sewell. Wow. Penny Sewell. I think he plays great every year. Regardless, Lion fan or not, he's a dog. He's a straight dog.
Woof.
Woof woof. A bark.
Best defensive lineman.
Sorry, I had to rip a burp.
Probably Chris Jones. From Chiefs. Best, I guess, interior defensive lineman. Defensive tackle, so to speak.
Oh.
not edge rushers.
Eagles player Carter, Jalen Carter, I think his name is.
Okay. Okay. That's edge rusher, Myles Garrett.
Yeah, Myles Garrett.
Either him or TJ Watt, really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one or the other.
Can we just do an honorable mention to Aiden Hutchinson? If he didn't get hurt, dude, he would have.
Oh, yeah.
He
was
would
on pace
have.
to break you. Yeah.
It's gonna be a big what if in the Lions history. Sadly.
Best inside linebacker.
Ooh. There was a lot this year.
I'm always gonna be I'm gonna be a what's the word I'm thinking of? I'm always gonna vouch for Levante David on Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna have to go with Levante David.
He's good. I don't know if he's my choice though.
But his age is starting to show a little bit. It seems like he's starting to slow down.
I gotta think here a little bit. Actually, best edge rusher and also my defensive player of the year. Now that I think about it, I take back not Myles Garrett. I'm gonna go Trey Hendrickson from the Bengals.
Yeah.
To lead the league in sacks and be on that shitty of a defense is pretty impressive.
They play with no gloves.
Yeah, no equipment, like no fancy gloves or sleeves. So
impressive.
he's gonna be my DPOY and also my edge rusher of the year.
Yeah.
Now my inside linebacker of the year. Still thinking about it.
I'm gonna fucking say his name, but I don't want to.
You're gonna say a line.
No, I'll just say he's honorable mention because
I'm gonna say Quay Walker then from the Packers. No, I'm not gonna say that.
No, what I'm gonna say, he's kind of honorable mention because I feel like he improved anyway, but then he got hurt. Anzalone, I think he's really shown that he was like a nobody, and then he finally made a big impact the last few years.
Yeah.
But that position though, man, TJ Watt.
I feel like there wasn't a lot of dud, like middle inside linebackers this year, or something, man. How did Fred Warner do this year?
I don't know.
From the Niners, that dude's a dog.
I think he kind of had a down year.
Yeah. I haven't really paid attention to that position a whole lot. It's ironic because I used to play inside linebacker. I'm just gonna say Levante David. The Buccaneers are solid this year.
I feel like there's somebody that's like a lot better. We're just not thinking of them right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. There definitely is. Best DB got to be Pat Surtain from Denver, who actually won DPOY.
Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Yep. Best kicker? You want to do that?
The brick salesman. Jake Jake motherfucking Bates. I mean, you can't say no to that because he hit 2 60-yarders.
Brandon McManus.
But
he honestly saved our season.
He did. But
like we have not had a good kicker since Crosby left.
But he retired.
Now.
I was like, Jesus Christ.
And also Sterling Sharp, Packers legend, inducted into the Hall of Fame.
With his brother Shannon.
Yeah. But Eli Manning did not, so he will not be a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Thank God.
Which, I mean, I kind of agree, I kind of disagree with.
I don't think Eli is he's kind of on my same opinion about Joe Namath.
Okay. I can see that. Because really outside of his 2 Super Bowl years, he was pretty average. Like you never really like Eli Manning would never strike fear into opposing defenses like some of these other elite quarterbacks do.
Well, and you got to think about it, he had the Manning last name too, so.
True, but you got to admit, those 2 years he won the Super Bowl, he was clutch. He won on some clutch
He
playoff
did.
runs.
He did. Don't get me wrong. He really did.
Yeah. It just sucks he couldn't have done that his whole career. But at the same time, the Giants haven't done crap since Eli retired. So I don't know. Like Daniel Jones is one of the worst quarterbacks in history, in my opinion. I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah, I don't know. Based on his career as a whole, no, I don't think Eli's a first ballot. I think he will get in the Hall of Fame one day. But obviously he's not a first ballot. They already made that decision, but I feel like part of me kind of thinks he deserves it because he did win 2 Super Bowls, both of them against Tom Brady, who's the king of the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it depends how you look at it. I mean, he never won a league MVP. He was never like that dominant dude. He never won any like individual awards. So he was never really like a super dominant player in the league.
Right. Trying to think what else we could do here.
I mean, we kind of.
I think we hit nailed in the head.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about our Super Bowl prediction. Who do you think's going to win MVP? You said the Eagles. You predict the Eagles. Who's going to win Super Bowl MVP?
I'm hoping Saquon, but they're going to somehow give it to Jalen.
If the Eagles win, I hope Saquon gets it.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't. Super Bowl league MVP usually goes to a quarterback. Super Bowl MVP sometimes doesn't always go to the quarterback.
Yeah.
But I predict the Chiefs, and I'm gonna say Mahomes, obviously.
Did you know Devontae Smith is going to go down in history as like I think the 4th player to play in a national championship, a Super Bowl? It's I don't know something about Alabama.
He's already played in a Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, but 2 times though. It was kind of an odd
2
stat.
national championships and 2 Super Bowls. You mean?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay. No, I didn't know that. That's crazy. He's been on a lot of winning football teams.
Yeah, I think the kid's still pretty good what he does.
He's really good. He's young yet.
Yeah.
Him and AJ Brown are probably the best, one of the, if not the best, wide receiver duo in the league right now.
And they rank pretty high up there where they came out of Saban's time.
I think they both went over 1,000 yards again this year.
Yeah.
Well, AJ Brown went to Ole Miss. He didn't go to Alabama.
Oh, I thought he did.
No. So AJ Brown went to Ole Miss with DK Metcalf.
Ah.
Who's also rumored to maybe the Packers might sign. I really hope we go after DK, or I'd rather T. Higgins. I could care less about Cooper Kupp. I think Cooper Kupp was a flash in the pan, one-hit wonder, personally. That's just my opinion. Because I heard the Rams are looking to trade Cooper Kupp.
Yeah, they are.
And I really hope my Packers don't go after him because I think he's just like I said, I think he was a flash in the pan, one-hit wonder.
I don't necessarily think the Lions need another receiver, but yet again, Tim Patrick is kind of
solid number 3 for you guys.
Yeah, but I don't know if we're signing him.
I would take Tim. I don't know if I'd take Tim Patrick over Cooper Kupp.
He's just taller than Cooper Kupp, though.
He's taller. Cooper Kupp did win a Triple Crown, but I don't know. He's injury prone, man.
I think of it as
He's
to
starting to get kind of old too.
Yeah.
I'd rather have DK, or I'd much rather have T. Higgins for sure.
Yeah.
Or possibly Devontae if we can get him back. I don't know.
Right.
He's also getting kind of old.
But I don't know. I have nothing else to really talk about on this. Who you got?
No, I think we nailed it on the head. We gave our predictions. We talked about We did our own personal awards ceremony. Yeah. I don't know what else you want, guys.
I thought it was a pretty solid episode. We made the best out of it. It's just kind of crazy where we're at and how far we've gotten. And you know, hell, I'm glad that we are where we're at now.
Yeah. Sure, man. I think you're the best.
Huh?
You're the best.
Thanks. You expect me to say something?
No.
Oh, okay, because I was.
I mean, you can or can't. You're doing a good job.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't much, but it's on a story. Is that right?
That's right.
Trying to think what else we could do here. Not much, really. I think that's pretty much it. I think we had a good episode, like I said.
That's all, folks. I actually did. I was thinking of something. The Pro Bowl. You know how it's a joke these days?
Yeah, bring back the old Pro Bowl. Hashtag it, please. Editor,
Yeah,
which is me.
Or do a third place game. The week between conference championships and the Super Bowl, called the Bronze Bowl. The two losers of the conference championships play for third place.
That almost sounds like you get a participation award in the playoffs.
Maybe it sounds like one final game for these two teams that lost the conference championship to see who can, you can still, you didn't make it to the Super Bowl, but you still have a chance to
redeem it.
At least finish third. Obviously you weren't good enough to get to the Super Bowl. You got one final shot, though. I don't know. I think it'd be more entertaining than the Pro Bowl, and there'd be more at stake.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. Because then, instead of the stupid Pro Bowl games, we would have had Bills versus Commanders.
I saw a meme the other day. Someone's like, "Yeah,
we wanted the Super Bowl anyway." So
we saw a meme. Someone's like, "We went from watching the best of the best to play to the 16th best quarterback throwing in the Pro Bowl."
He's playing PE games.
Yeah.
Playing dodgeball.
Yeah.
How did Drake make it to the? Yeah, that year Tyler Huntley made it as a replacement for Lamar Jackson. So stupid.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's a joke anymore, but yeah, I don't know. I think a third place game would be cool. That's something I kind of saw something about it, and I mean, like I said, we would have got Bills Commanders, which is what a lot of people wanted anyway. A lot of people hate the Chiefs. A lot of people don't like the Eagles. Bills Commanders for the Bronze Bowl. Last year it would have been the Lions.
What? They should have did 4th and 5th place too, out of the Commanders and Lions game, and then whoever had the other game.
Last year it would have been Lions and Ravens.
Yes.
if they did that, which would have been a good game. That's what I wanted last year. Anyway, that was my final thought of the day. I'm tapped out, you dog.
All right, I'm gonna sign us off here. Thanks for watching. This is Who You Got. Now, who do you got?
Who you got?